So we have table 1 from your book that says the Smith family's dairy farm. So we have here quantity, we have price, right? And how we can find out the total revenue, where this total revenue came from, by multiplying quantity into price. So where this 12 came from, 2 into 6. Where this 36 came from, 6 into 6. Where this 48 came from, 8 multiplied by 6, right? Let me just remove it here. Okay, so we know that we can find out the total revenue, right? But the average revenue is calculated, right? If you want to believe me, then you just copy the price and paste here. If not, then you have legitimate formula, that is total revenue divided by quantity. So where this 6 came from, 12 divided by 2, right? Where this 6 came from, 24 divided by 4. Where this 6 came from, 48 divided by 8. Answer is 6, right? So in that way we have proved that the price is equal to average revenue, right? But how we calculated the marginal revenue here? Let me just remove it here. So the marginal revenue formula is change in total revenue divided by change in quantity, right? So where this 6 came from? So this 6 came from here, right? How? So what is the change in revenue? Change in revenue is 18 minus 12 divided by, what is the change in total quantity? 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2. Answer is that 6, right? Where this 6 came from? Remember, the marginal is always in the middle, right? You see, this is in the middle. So this 6 came, right? So it is 42 minus 36 divided by 7 minus 6, and answer is 6. So what we learned from here? We learned from here that price is equal to AR is equal to MR, right? Price is equal to AR is equal to MR. So it means in competitive market, right, the market price is basically their average revenue and is basically their marginal revenue. And what is marginal revenue? That by selling one additional unit, what extra revenue you will receive, what, right, extra revenue you will receive. It's again the market price. So if you understand that concept, please answer this question. That suppose Metal Steel Corporation in a competitive market produces and sells 8 metric tons of steel and has a marginal revenue of 8 million. What should be the firm's total revenue if it instead produced and sold 4 metric tons, right? So I'm just going to give you, time. Pause this video and try to find out the answer, right? Okay, so we know that the marginal revenue is 8 and this is competitive market, right? So what is the tagline here? In competitive market, price is equal to average revenue is equal to marginal revenue, right? So we know that 8 is the marginal revenue, which is equal to the average revenue and which is equal to the price. So what is the total revenue formula? Price into quantity. So 8 into how much we have sold now? 4. Answer is 32, which is C. Let's see the answer. Yahoo! It is C, right? I hope you understand that. If not, then just please write us in our WeChat group, and we can also learn, discuss this in our live Zoom meeting. Okay. Okay, we have pasted another example here. I just want you to pause the video and try to solve it by yourself, and then we solve it together. Okay, so suppose a firm is a competitive firm. So what is the tagline here? Just to underline what kind of market you are talking about. So we are talking about the competitive market. So we just underline that whenever this market comes, just write down the condition. So what is the condition of the competitive market? That price is equal to AR is equal to R. Okay, and now read it. Okay, comparative firm received $1,000 in total revenue. We have total revenue is equal to 1,000 and had a marginal revenue of $10 for the last unit produced and sold. Okay, what does it mean? Mean if marginal revenue is 10, then AR is also 10 and price is also 10, market price, right? So what you have to do, you have to find out what is the average revenue. We already found out that 10. So either answer going to be C or either answer going to be D. And how many units sold? How many units sold? You have to find out. If you have to want to find out how many units sold, total revenue is 1,000. You divided by the AR, average revenue, which is 10. Answer is 100. Which one is correct answer? Answer D. So let's see the answer D. Yes, answer D. Okay, now profit maximization decision in competitive firm. So the goal of the competitive firm is to maximize the profit. We already know that. And what do we mean by maximizing of the profit? To increase the gap between total revenue and total cost, and then we can find out the total maximum profit. Okay, so this means that the firm will want to produce the quantity that maximize the difference between total revenue and total cost, right? Because our focus here is to total cost, and among total cost we have to find out that quantity which minimize total cost and maximize our profit. And the scientists, or the appropriate word is economist, they found out this condition that marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue. MC is equal to MR is that condition where you can find out what the quantity that maximize the profit or minimize the cost. So let's explore this. Let me repeat it one more time. So economist has found out that if MC is equal to MR, at that point we can locate in our graph the maximum quantity. Maximum quantity means that quantity which we will produce to get the maximum profit, or otherwise if we produce this quantity we will be minimizing the cost, and hence when we're minimizing the cost, then what we are doing, we are maximizing the profit, right? Let's explore this. So I have pasted a table 2 from your book, and what it says, we have the quantity in gallons, we have total revenue, we have total cost, right? So how we can find out the total profit? Total profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. So where this minus 3 came from? 0 minus 3, right? 6 minus 5, 1. 12 minus 8, 4, right? So you can, if you have this kind of table, you can locate where is the maximum profit. Profit is between this one, right? 7 is the maximum profit, right? But in real life we have thousands of entries in rows, in column, so it's really hard to find out, right? Rather we just make a one more column to find out marginal revenue and marginal cost, and we can see that where marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost, then we have to produce there, right? So let's talk about that. How we can find out the marginal revenue? Marginal revenue formula is change in total revenue divided by change in quantity. Or if the firm is what? If the firm is the competitive firm, then AR is equal to MR. It means if you divide the total revenue with the quantity, right, then you can find out the marginal revenue. Rather you can, having a this big formula, you can just do that, because AR is equal to MR. So AR is equal to total revenue divided by quantity. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. This 6 came from. This 6 came from 24 divided by 4, right? So we know that the marginal revenue is 6. And what is marginal cost? Marginal cost formula is change in total cost divided by change in quantity. And we have to look at the total cost, which is this one. So where this 2 came from? Change in total cost divided by change in quantity. 5 minus, sorry, this 2 came from, oh sorry, This 2 came from change in total cost divided by change in quantity. So 5 minus 3 divided by 1 minus 0, right? Where this 3 came from? 3 came from this 3 came from here, which means 8 minus 5 divided by 2 minus 4. The 4 came from here, 12 minus 8 divided by 3 minus 2. Similarly, this 8 came from this 8, it came from 38 minus 30 divided by 7 minus 6, right? So let me just remove it where we just found out here. So here, what is the tagline here? We have to produce where MC is equal to MR. So why we are looking at this table? To find out whether this is true, that at MC is equal to MR profit is maximum. So we have find out this condition, MC is equal to MR, right? So it's perfectly correlate to our condition where marginal cost is 6, marginal revenue is 6, right? And you notice in this condition, right, what we have learned here, we have a maximum profit, or we can just say that in this condition we are having maximum profit, right?